Hi everyone, how you doing? Tonight's video is strange sort of title, I suppose. The power of positive thinking and your heart, you know. So you're probably saying to yourself, what is he, a bloody guru, you know? I watched a movie the other night. It was called The Peaceful Warrior by this guy here, Dan Millman. The guy was a gymnast and he was getting ready for the Olympics. The guy was brilliant, and he broke his leg. He didn't just break his leg, he shattered his leg, and he had to get a metal pin put through his leg, right? He was told not only would he not be competing in the gymnastics, obviously he wouldn't be, who the hell would be with a broken leg with a pin straight up it. But believe it or not, this guy came back after 8 months. And you're probably asking yourself, what the hell is he talking about a gymnast for? I don't give a shit about a gymnast. I'm only interested in my heart. It's all to do with positive thinking, and the thing that brought me on to that was a remark from, a comment from quite a few guys about my positive attitude. Now, I'll tell you something now, if you actually talk to anybody I work with, the last thing they're ever going to call me is positive. Because, trust me, I'm far from positive. But this year, with the COVID and so on, I didn't really get out socialising, because usually I'm the sort of guy that goes out to the pub on a Saturday night with a girl in my arm, and you know, I'm always out at the gym or I'm at the cinema and things to do. But because, you know, I'm stuck in with COVID, I thought I'd make a heart channel. And at the very start, I was sort of doing it more serious, and I was sort of posting it to the heart Facebook groups, and I got sort of like a message or two from this woman, and then from another woman saying, oh, you're not a doctor, we don't listen to you, and oh, I didn't like your video, you're not a doctor. I left a comment to the woman saying, bear with me now, I will be coming to what the topic is, just bear with me, I know I'm off topic. But anyway, she left a comment saying, you know, your video is rubbish, blah blah blah, you're not a doctor, you know. So I left a comment and it says, right, well, basically, what did you not like about the video? And she says, I didn't watch your video, you're not a doctor. You know, that's like going to a football match, spending your time in the frigging toilets, and then saying, oh, I didn't really like that match. You know, I mean, I don't mean criticism, but, you know, for Christ's sake, give me honest, you know, give me honest. Then there was another one where I'd said I'd gone swimming, and I enjoyed swimming, which I did. I swam for about a year, and I went every Sunday morning. There was only about 7 or 8 in the pool, and 3 of them were old women who were sort of in their 80s. And trust me, by this stage I'm separated, you know. And it's funny how as you're separated longer and longer, you know, even these women in their 80s in a big sort of, well, not in a bikini, obviously, they weren't in a bikini, even in their 80s in a sort of bathing suit, you know, they became more attractive as I got to know them, you know. But they sort of inspired in me the sort of fact that, you know, they're putting in an effort, you know. But I said this, and I get a comment from this woman. You shouldn't be going swimming, it's putting too much of a strain on the people's hearts. Why are you telling people to do this? You're not a doctor, you're putting people at risk. And I was actually going to pack a channel in, and I thought, bugger it. I'm just going to do the channel from now on the way I want. And that's the way I'm going to do it from now on. I sort of thought from a video, Sex After a Heart Attack, when I was sort of taking the piss out of it, you know. Because at the end of the day, you know, whenever you've got a condition, you can either sit there and you can fret about it, or you can have a positive attitude and you can take the piss out of it and take the piss out of yourself. And I know you might not like my language, so you might not understand my language, you know. So if you're from India, America or somewhere like that, taking the piss out of yourself is, you know, sort of making fun of yourself. With myself, it comes easy, you know, or else I'm quite easy. I just go into work and people will do it for me. But the main thing is, after a heart attack, you know, you go home after a heart attack, and if you're in your 80s or something like that, and maybe your wife's died or something like that, you're on your own, you know, so it's very, very hard to motivate yourself and be positive. And it's the same for myself, because for the first year, and I'm glad to say I'm not the only one, because I've got comments from other people, you know, and even 34-year-olds, and it's been, You know, I've had a stent. How long have I got to live and all this here? I'll tell you how long you've got to live. As long as you bloody want. It's as simple as that, you know. The main thing with a heart attack, you know, I mean, you got to take the meds, right? You got to stop smoking. Don't drink too much. And dehydration. Some people don't believe this, but I must actually do a really long video on it. Dehydration and the heart and getting enough water into you. Because water is the most important thing in your life. It really is. I'm lucky in working the fact that we have a couple of what's the word? Bottled water machine, would you call it? Yeah, you get the nice fresh water, cold, or sort of ordinary, you know. I go for the cold water, but you know, you get as much of it in you as you can. And before you go to bed at night, get a nice long glass of water, because that's the time you're going to have a heart attack, between sort of midnight and 6, you know, that's fact. But anyway, you take a nice glass of water before you go to bed. But the main thing is, you know, especially in the last year, the more I've thought about it, especially with COVID, you've got to have that positive attitude, you know, because I don't know if you have Netflix or not, you know, there's a lot of stories in Netflix where you see people, you know, you've got people like, I watched the Baggio story, you know, for any of you that are sort of quite young, Roberto Baggio, he was a footballer, played for Italy, you know, but most of his success came from up here. You know, he was a positive guy. He actually, even though he was an Italian, I mean, geez, everybody knows Italians are Catholics, you know. I mean, that's the old saying, you know, somebody turns around and says anything to you, that's quite obvious. The first thing they're going to say back, oh yeah, and the Pope's a Catholic. Well, where's the Pope from? He's Italy, you know. So to have an Italian become a Buddhist, you know, it's quite strange. But he became a Buddhist, and, you know, he was more in that there, the positive thinking, you know. So I'm sort of saying, do the right things. First of all, the medical things, you do them, and you know you're going to be all right. But you can't just get by on just taking your medicine and just waking up in the morning. You got to change your attitude to life. You know, no matter what age you are after a heart attack. You know, I was 53. I'm 67 now. But it's only over the last couple of years that I've realised, you know, because there's other things in my life, you know, I mean, well, not much, I'm quite a bored shade, but there are other things in your life that you can be getting on with, but you're not going to do it if you've got, oh, I've had a heart attack hanging over my, you know, a cloud like that there. And it's something that, it's just come to me over the last year, and I thought, I'm going to set up a YouTube channel, and I said it just out of a laugh, because I'm not that great in front of a camera, you know. I know I'm a good looking bloke, like, you know, and I know at 67, I only look about 40, you know. I mean, sort of every time sort of I pass the mirror, I sort of say, you know, why are you single, you know? Why are you on your own? You know, but I don't really want a woman in my life. And if you're a woman sort of looking and sort of saying, I may drop him a private message later on, please don't, you know, don't embarrass yourself, because I'm only here to make a video, you know. But a lot of people sort of ask me in my videos, you know, one guy said about his dad was in the hospital, he had a stent, and he was quite depressed, and I went on about him, you know, that I didn't say I'd lived 14 years, right? I don't describe it as years. I'm a big football fan, as you can see, you know, Rangers, one of my teams. I know, but you see, I'm actually quite good. In football, I don't just have one team. I have about 7 or 8 teams. And then if one team isn't winning, you can always sort of follow your other team. You know, it's a gift. It's a win-win situation. And it's a win-win situation with you if you follow the advice I give you in previous videos and the likes of this video in positive thinking. Positive thinking, you know, a lot of people have said in comments, you know, I've watched your videos, I really like them. You've got a very positive attitude, and that's what I like most about it, you know. So I thought, you know, son, I might actually do a video about that. You know, positive thinking. Because I've never really thought about myself as a positive person. It was only until I watched that movie. It's on Netflix at the moment, by the way. It's called The Peaceful Warrior. And it's only after I watched that and I sort of said, you know, I can think of so many examples where people's life have been a disaster. And they've decided to change it. And people have said, oh, you know, you're not going to succeed. You're not going to succeed. Oh, you'll never do that. You'll never do that. But the person becomes so determined and so positive about what they want that they do it. And it's the same with your recovery. If you're just getting out of hospital with a stent and you've got the attitude, oh shite, I'm approaching 70 and I've got 3 stents, I don't really feel the best. Oh God, I hope I live to 70. Forget that, Get yourself fit first. Get the doctors, get away up to the rehab, come back from the rehab, get yourself a membership for the gym, get down to the gym. There's no difference between you and Joe Blogs down the street. That really annoyed me. Do you know what people used to say? Oh, why can't you be like Joe Blogs down the street? So I goes down the street sort of looking for Joe Blogs. There is no Joe Blogs down the street. I mean, who the hell is Joe Blogs? The guy doesn't even exist. But anyway, enough of the bullshit. You gotta be more positive in life. A lot of people are not positive, which is hardly surprising. I mean, life is bloody hard. We all know life is hard. But if you've got sort of cancer, I've seen so many amazing cancer stories where somebody has survived because of a positive attitude, It really is amazing. Or people that have been told they will never walk again, and they do walk again. And it's all because of a positive attitude. You see, nowadays with heart disease is not the thing that it was in the 70s. Heart disease now it's nothing really, I mean, I survived it, I mean, look at me. Go on, look at me again. You want to. Anyway, seriously, all joking aside, I just think in this world, there is something. I remember reading a book, I forget who the guy was. He was really, really famous. He wrote a book called The Power of Positive Thinking. And I think I read it about 3 times. And his book was more sort of, if you sort of see something in your mind in the future, you can actually make that happen, So if you've had a heart attack, doing all your exercises and seeing in your head, that you're going to recover and that you're going to become stronger, you're going to lose that weight and, you're just going to live longer. You will do it. I had a message from a 34-year-old guy from India where he had said to me I'm not sure if it was 1 or 2 stents, but what is his chances of living long? Jesus Christ, man, you're 34 years old. And I know life's tough in India. Well, I don't know life's tough in India, but I've watched it in movies and so on, and life does look a lot tougher in India than it is in Belfast, depending on what area, You can go to some areas in Belfast late at night and it would probably end up worse than India, but that's another story. But, 34 years old, and you're saying to me, look, how long will I live? Take your medicine, mate. Take your medicine. Do the exercises. Get the water in you. Look after yourself. And you will live till you're well into your 80s. It's all up here. It's in positive thinking. Positive thinking will help you to survive a lot longer than being a negative bugger. I used to be a negative bugger, and it's not fun, believe me, I got to a stage I was so negative I had no friends. Now, I still have no friends, but I'm happier, But all joking aside, one of the main factors in recovering from a heart attack is your attitude. And it's got to be a really positive attitude, because that will guide you to a full recovery. And then, the years and the years that you can survive. If you're 34 living in India, India is not a backward country. India, see over here in the UK, especially in the hospitals in Belfast, all the doctors are Indian, They are the doctor that done my stent operation was Indian. So, you're 34, you're living in India, that's where all the good doctors come from. So, you're going to live a long life, just look after yourself, do all your stuff, blah, 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 repeat, what I said before, and just have a positive mind. Just think into yourself, I'm going to be fine, and do all your exercise, think good, think positive, and, you will live a long time. And if in the future, when you're say 50 or something like that, or 55, 60, even myself, I reach 70, if I sort of feel like really severe jaw pain, breathlessness, or sort of pain in my chest, just like a car going to the garage, I'll get myself up to the hospital, they'll do a dye test, find a blockage, boom, put in another stent, bye bye, that's you, you've got your service away home. And that's what the heart operations are like these days. It's not like the 70s. It's not going to be, oh Jesus, and then, in the 70s 7 out of 10 people died, sometimes more than that. That's not the case now. Nowadays you're just like a car. You will know if you're having a heart attack again after you've had a stent, and you just go back to the hospital and you just get reserviced. It's as simple as that. Think of it like that. And I know for a fact I'll probably get comments on Facebook from women sort of with a sort of attitude, he's talking bullshit, he's not even a doctor. I might not be a doctor, but I've gone 14 years with heart attack, and I do know what I'm talking about. I've read that many books about heart disease. It's unreal, and I do know that out of all the things you do, sort of like weight, swimming, blah blah blah, you can do all of that after a heart attack, but it'll do you no good if you don't have a positive attitude. That is the main factor. You need a positive attitude. So try and feel good about yourselves, and do leave me a comment. Don't leave me a comment saying, oh, you're talking a load of crap, oh, you're not a doctor. I know I'm not a doctor. If I was a doctor, would I be sitting here at 8 o'clock at night on a Thursday night talking this crap to you? No, I don't think so. With a doctor's wage, I would be heading out in my Porsche to head out to a bar or something like that. I wouldn't be sitting at home talking on YouTube. Really? Would I? No. Anyway, think positive. Do leave me these comments. I enjoy hearing from you, because there's nothing better than hearing from other people that have had a heart attack. Tell me what your attitude was after your heart attack, sort of the first year. And my guess is the first year you were really down and depressed. I know I was. And then after that, you sort of, as the years go by, you become more confident. But the thing is, don't become too confident, because then you stop exercising, you become a lazy bugger, you become obese, big belly grows. That's another thing, obesity. You're carrying all that weight about, and that's not what you should be doing. If any of you have anything you want to talk about, or you'd like me to do a video on, leave me a comment, and I'll certainly do it for you, But if you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. Everybody likes a like, that's my new saying, by the way. I mean, at the end of the day, all these people have their own sayings, like Bruce Forsyth and stuff, good game. So mine is, everyone likes a like. You like it? Isn't that a good saying? Seriously, like, everyone likes a like. Can I say it again? Everyone likes a like. Anyway, hit the like. Hit the wee bell as well. That'll give you all my notifications. At the end of the video, as I say, it'll come up with 2 wee videos either side of videos I've made before. Click them, watch them, and maybe watch a few more of my videos and get to know me. And I'll probably be back Saturday or Sunday to make another video, because I'll be watching the Euros tomorrow night. I'm a big fan of Italy, If Italy get beat tomorrow, I'll probably be a big fan of somebody else, I'm very fickle that way. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Do please be more positive, and please leave me a comment. I love hearing from you, I really, really do. And take care of yourselves, my friends. Thank you. All the best. Bye-bye.